Good morning students, how are you all? I hope you all are fine, fit and healthy. So, in today's session, we will continue our chapter number 11 in English literature, that is the Discontent for Tree. In this chapter, previously, we have seen that a thick forest, there is a thick forest and a fir tree. Discontent fir tree means feeling that they are not satisfied. Fir means tree with thin leaves. Okay, so the tree is not satisfied with its leaf. It is very stiff and sharp. So he wished that her leaves are being golden. So that wood fairy touched its bough with her magic wand, with his magic stick. The next morning, the fir tree gets its leaf golden, and one day a robber came and plucked that all leaves, golden leaves, and sell it to buy the food for his family. Okay, and the fir tree were crying very much, and she was looking ugly without the golden leaf. So she wished that the sparkling glass leaf, okay, they will shine in the sun. So let's see what happened next. The kind wood fairy heard its word. She touched the bough of the fir tree once more with her magic wand. The next morning, the fir tree was covered with sparkling glass leaves. The animal and the birds of the forest looked at it with wonder. Alas, its happiness did not last this time either. So, that good wood fairy heard that words, and she touched that bough, means that the large branch of the tree with her magic stick, and the next morning the fir tree was covered with sparkling glasses. The animal and the bird looked at it, wondered that alas, it did not last. Every time that fir tree, that it's very disappointed. What happened next? The stormy wind started blowing through the forest. It blew so hard that all the trees started shaking violently. Clash! All the sparkling glass leaves of the fir tree broke into small pieces. It was ugly and leafless again. So that poor fir tree, a stormy wind, a hard wind, blew through the forest. It blew so hard that all the trees started shaking violently, means with great force. They are shaking here and there very forcefully. That so blew very hard and violent. Clash! All the sparkling glasses, they are broke into pieces, and it was looking ugly, and it's again leafless. It wiped loudly. The cruel wind has broken all my leaves. What shall I do? I had broad and smooth green leaves, then I didn't happy. So she again wiped her tears and said loudly, the cruel wind, that very disappointed wind, has blown, and my all leaves are broken. What shall I do next? She again wished that I would have a very broad and smooth leaves, so it will be contented and I will be happy. The wood fairy heard its sobs again and granted its wish. The next morning the fir tree had broad and smoothly green leaves. It was full of joy. What beautiful leaves I have! Robbers won't steal them. The cruel straw wind cannot break them. Now I will be happy forever. So, the wood fairy again came and again wished her granted with the broad and smooth leaves. Then suddenly there was a noise of bleating in the forest. 3 billy goats were wandering in the forest looking for something to eat. They saw the broad, soft green leaves of the fir tree. They ran to it and started eating its tasty leaf. Suddenly she heard a noise of bleating. Means a sound that sheep and goats make. Okay, so what she heard, and that fir tree, and the 3 little billy goats, they eat all the broad leaves, soft leaves of the fir tree, and ran to it. 3 billy wandering in the forest looking for something to eat. They are very hungry. They saw that broad leaf, soft leaf. They ran to it and started eating it tastily, because the goats are eating green leaves. Okay. Ouch, ouch, billy goats, please don't eat my leaves. I want everyone to admire them, cried the fir tree. She shouted, if somebody heard her, what we should, ouch, ouch, billy goats. She begging, billy goats, please don't eat this. I want everyone to admire. I want everyone to see this. Then the billy goats replied, we are very hungry. We will eat them all up. They ate up all the leaves of the fir tree. Then they walked away. The billy goats replied, we are hungry. We want food. That's why we eat these broad leaves. We want to eat them all. They ate the leaves and they walked away. The fir tree wept again. It said to the wood fairy, I don't want any green leaves. I will never be unhappy or disappointed. I don't want gold leaves, glass leaves, or broad soft leaves. Please give me back my green needle. Green needle. I will always be happy and contented with my green needles. The fir tree again cried. She asked wood fairy, I don't want any leaves, gold leaves, or any of grass leaf, broad leaf, soft leaf. I want my first leaf, means my original leaf, that is the green needle leaf, and I will never be unhappy with or disappointed or discontented with my fur. Okay. The wood fairy gave it back its sharp, stiff needle. The next morning, the little fir tree stood happily in its evergreen dress. So the wood fairy again fulfilled her wish with her back giving the fur of his, gave her a sharp, stiff needle. Her fur, that is tree with thin leaves, needle leaves. And the next morning, the fir tree was very happy and looking evergreen after an evergreen dress. So, what is the moral of the story? The moral of the story, what you have to be satisfied with that only. If you wish so much, you will have disappointed. So, whatever you have to be satisfied with this. Okay. I hope you like this chapter and please read the chapter once. Thank you everyone.